You're listening to the No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers.
What? Man said Bon Gerard. Is it
The No Tekkers podcast.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
Episode 59, the No Tekkers podcast. We are back in the building, baby.
We back, baby.
I'm your host, Braz. I got my co-host here, Chief,
Bun the stats.
aka Mr. Bunda Stats.
All day, every day.
No quarters today, but in spirit, inshallah, and everything there. We got a special guest in the building today, man like Big Fazza.
Jeez.
They are.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Manners and respect for having me.
Sunday League settings. The Chronicles continue.
Continues.
Yeah, man.
How you been, man?
I'm good, you know.
Good.
Genuinely, I'm good, man. I'm in a good space right now.
That's good, man. You're one of the man them that have been. Everyone's like, get Faz on, get Faz on here now. So when you're like, yeah, man, I think it's time. I was like, yep.
Yeah, man, nothing before it's time. They're saying it's
proper things. Now, currently, you just opened up a new chapter.
Yep.
Sunday League settings on YouTube. Make sure you go follow that and
yeah, man. Subscribe, man. Love,
check it
follow
out.
the journey. It's all appreciated and it's all done with love. So yeah, man, do that, please.
So tell the people what's it about first of all.
For people that recognise the voice and know who I am from my prior venture, Sunday League settings going forward for me is to give exposure to all the teams in the Oakbourne and Coronation Premier League, and the wider divisions.
Why that league?
Personally, for me, and I said it last year, I said that's where the big boys play.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Best league in Brum.
Best league in Brum. And obviously, people will probably be at home and they want to kind of say it is or it isn't, but that's up for people to say if it is. But for me personally, being involved in Sunday League a long time, this standard of football at the moment is where
levels.
It's at. Yeah, 100%. Levels. The games I've been to so far, and
what's been some of the can you name it like maybe a couple games that you thought like raw?
I'll give you boys the one. Was it 1-1 against
Beacon?
That surprised me.
Yeah.
And I think the reason I say that surprised me is because obviously you've done a lot of talking at the start. Well, not you personally.
I was gonna say, yo.
And obviously, man, we're talking about he's disappeared and whatnot and blah blah blah. But watching it and I think how it's coming together. And the way you, man, for me personally, I think you controlled the game against Beacon. I gave Flicks the man of the match because he was everywhere. Yourself, Brad, you get me? He was doing beats. And Beacon aren't no pushovers. So that was a good game. And the game I went to yesterday, which was Power against VIP.
Big game, that.
Yeah, very techie. And again, I think VIP are definitely one of the dark horses for the league this season. But again, we're only 6 games in.
It's a long road.
And from what I've seen so far,
it's a long road.
Teams can take points off each other.
There you go. All right, cool. So what made you want to start Sunday League settings?
I use the term
as a creative to another creative. You know what I'm saying?
I think, do you know what it was? And I'm gonna say this: big up Birmingham Elite, because obviously that's where
you came
from, and where I come from, and obviously I got a lot of love for them man there.
Still waiting for them man to come in, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Sheldon, Cafu, Martins, and the Gaffer Omar. I think you know what it was. It's all love with them, man, and obviously I spent a lot of time there. I put a lot of time and effort, and obviously creative effort into there as well.
So there I
was coach. The filming element of it didn't come until I think probably the second season being there. When I thought, do you know what, the team's good enough, the division's good enough. Let's kind of pick up the camera and see what I can do with it. That's kind of like a test. I didn't really think it was going to get to where the level I've kind of got it to now. If I'm being honest. And then obviously it developed and it elevated a bit more than I thought it was gonna.
Snowball effect.
Yeah, and I genuinely just started to really, really enjoy it. You get me? Especially kind of the creative side of things. I've always kind of liked enjoying the editing and stuff. So again, but it got to the stage where I don't know. I think we just kind of outgrew each other organically, and that's no disrespect to Elite or nobody, because I'm not going to slander them or badmouth them or nothing. But everything happens for a reason, and I've always said I prefer to fail on my own terms, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So at least now with Sunday League settings, it kind of starts and ends with me. It can be as successful or non-successful. As I want to take.
You're all the contributing factors is all on you, innit?
And I think on another side of it as well is, as good as Birmingham Elite were, I say, and I potentially still are. Obviously, they're going for it at the minute, and they will get back. I got no doubt in that. But there's too much talent in this league for not everybody to get some exposure.
Yeah,
There's too many big games for us not to film, and I saw kind of a gap in the market, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna plug it.
Yeah.
And I think,
makes
here
sense.
we are now.
Quality. So where because we've had these conversations with Dan, the league secretary.
The new guy that's come over from
Oakbourne.
okay.
Yeah. About potentially, like, we have all the resources in this league to create our own channel.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's streaming where games can be filmed streamed live via like YouTube or the internet, whatever.
Definitely.
Like, shouldn't everyone come together and be like, you know what, at the next league meeting,
Let's make something.
let's put some peas in a pot and say, yo, or consult like people like yourself and be like, yo, is this possible? How can we get it done?
I don't see the reason why not, because I think everybody's Sunday league teams, especially like yourselves, you put a lot of time and effort into it. People can say they don't want to glamorize it and put it on camera or whatnot. People have their opinions on that, but really and truly, we all want to do it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, we all enjoy.
Why not?
Enjoy the banter. It's like it's tribal. It's with your man, it's with your brothers. So I want to film it. I want to kind of so collectively, if we're all going in the same direction, and that's what we all want to that's the goal we want to achieve, then why not come together and kind of
exactly.
You get me? I rate what you man are doing. You man are plugging a gap, which for me personally, I thought needed to be plugged a long time ago. Now you're filling that space. You got Ultimate Kings that'll do the photography side of things. It's all adding in and building.
Shout out Kings.
Yeah, shout out Kings, man. And it helps and builds the platform, because like I said, when I picked up the camera 4 years ago, man used to laugh.
Yeah,
so look
I
at
could
the man
imagine.
there with the camera. I think
Some people still laughing.
Yeah.
they're still laughing, but I say, but you watching it.
There you
So
go.
Whether you watching out of spite or you're watching in it, so it's all appreciated. But back to your answering your question, 100%, I believe man should come together. It's only going to benefit each and every person that's involved.
And it opens the door for the next generation. You know what I mean? Some man about
Young
be like,
boys
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I might pick up a camera and it's like music, and remember back in the day everyone was an MC.
Oh, come on. Listen, I think I was one. I'm 37, so I was kind of that first generation of man that was rapping and kind of.
So you was an MC too, yeah?
I've got a little skill behind the mic.
You telling the commentary.
I've got lyrics. But obviously, like I said, it's a stepping stone to greatness. And so if we can't achieve it within kind of our generation, then at least them can see, all right, them man have done it, but they didn't get this right, like me.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't, like you said, you do this and I do my thing. We're not getting paid for it. We're not getting paid out of the love of your heart, because I want the scene to grow and do it kind of on an organic way.
Okay. Well, keeping with the Sunday League topic, obviously the big one is players being paid.
I knew this was going to come up.
Everyone gets it, man. Players being paid. Talk us through. Well, what are your thoughts, first of all?
Well, I'll address the elephant in the room, and because I think the elephant in the room is, and what man wanted to know was Birmingham Elite at the time paying players. And I will vouch and I will say 100% no.
Okay.
You get me? I can say
you heard it here first, exclusive.
exclusive. Like nobody was getting paid. What's happening now, I couldn't tell you, because again, I'm not really abrupt to what the man them are doing at Elite, but I can 100% say nobody was getting paid, because I think it kind of undermines the players that are there, that are waking up. Do you know what I mean? That are getting paid. You got man that would wake up to play 10 minutes. So if you've got Johnny Big, can I swear?
No.
Johnny Big Beep anyway. He's turning up and picking up a change, and he don't really care about the team. But then you got your man that's been there pre-season. He's coming to the games. He's getting 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there. You got to respect them, man. And I think if I was aware if man were getting paid, I wouldn't be a part of it. That's not for me. Nah. 100%.
Okay.
I respect that. So that's why you left.
I told you, I fell on my own accord.
That's his press release. Fairs. I mean, Elite haven't been accused by other players. I haven't seen any evidence, so maybe at the live.
I think the only way they can address it is if, like I said, the gaffer comes on and says it for himself, or Martins, Sheldon Cafu, big up them man as well, come on and say it. But
do you think people like the managers would feel embarrassed to? Because I mean,
I don't know. Because what did your man say from Austin? Was it Perry?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, pay." Like if you pay him, man, and just say you're paying him. Come on, there's teams that have won how many things and paid players for years, innit? But I think if you are and you're saying you're not, and then for me, it's kind of like what you're hiding, innit? Like,
I think that's where the
I get it. Yeah,
the lies on it. So I think because Lee came on here, big up Lee.
Oh yeah, man.
and said, if I had to pay for this feeling, I feel like so I feel like everyone kind of
And that's a massive point, though.
took, you know. And I was
like
like,
I said, if the cap fits, wear it. And
Yeah.
I think again, while my time at Elite was clean of it, I
Yeah.
can 100% say
Say
that.
no more.
okay.
And I'll back the man and say that 100%.
So the league this season is tight.
Spicy.
It's very spicy.
Very
It seems like everyone can take points off everyone at the minute. No one's really
That's tight.
running away with it like that, which is what we all want to see.
Who's top at the moment?
Highgate.
Highgate.
So,
Pick up Highgate.
yeah, big up Highgate doing their thing.
I'm gonna say I want to plug it as well. Yeah, man. Meet the Manager just come out as we're going live as well. So go and watch Meet the Manager. It's Peanuts on there from Highgate and Hazel.
Jeez.
Big up Peanut. I know you had a lot to say about Arsenal, innit?
Oh, 100.
It's like meet Arsene Wenger, it's like meet the manager. Big up P.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So yeah, the league is tight. Do you have any favourites?
I think again, I know the teams very well. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the only team I didn't necessarily know was yourselves.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting to know you over time. But I think the dark horses for me are Highgate and VIP. I'd probably
Dark horse, Highgate, Dark Horses.
I think I said it and I've said it before. Highgate play the best football in the league.
Yeah, I've heard that
Like,
shout. To be
genuinely, I
fair,
think Highgate's downfall, and Peanut won't mind me for saying this.
He might.
They're young, innit?
Mm.
So obviously sometimes they potentially could get. I don't want to use the term bullied, but
Oh,
certain
so-
teams could rile them.
Certain man can say, but when I say it's a problem.
No, but again, I think-
That's how it is, yeah?
And again, I think
Say no more.
I think man, them know what I'm saying. Obviously, we've played against them.
Yeah.
We've played against them where for Elite where we've ruffled their feathers, and you get me. They've bopped us off the pitch, and we've still drawn 1-1 because of certain things. But I think what he's building there, and I think what Connor and Henna were building at VIP as well, is solid. And I think VIP haven't conceded a goal in the last 5 games, so that's
Yeah, man.
have they got the top scorer too?
Yeah. Bonus
Jack
stats
Whelan.
though, but yeah.
The Whelan, yeah.
Yeah, Jack Whelan.
But they've got they've got decent players there. But again, your team, other teams have got decent players, and I think if Ballers go on a run, if yourselves go on a run,
Yeah.
if B can go on a run, it's man.
Could be anyone.
It's gonna get
Yeah, man.
spicy. I'm just gonna make sure I'm at the right games to film.
Yeah. Someone asked me. Who asked me? Mighty asked me earlier, saying, "Do I think Galacticos could win the league?" I said, "Well, the league can be won by anyone, but I'm realistic in it. Like, it all depends on the commitment. And at the minute, our commitment's just
Player-wise, you mean?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
players turning up every week is not there, so I don't think we will. However, I feel
So
like
you're
a top
saying
6.
If you had the same consistent squad every week,
We can give title shot, definitely title contenders.
I think that's a shout still, because I think,
Yeah.
and not to say that's a cliche what people like answer, but I know if say the top 6 teams that are up there now, if
Yeah.
they're their first 11 that week,
Yeah.
week out, any one of those first 11
Yeah,
potentially
yeah,
would say
yeah.
they're the best
Therefore.
team in the league. For
but
me.
some people are saying Galacticos aren't a top 6 team.
You have to respect it though. You won the championship. You won the festival.
Yeah.
Last year.
Mm.
All right, you've started this season possibly not the greatest, but
I think man just don't like James, innit? That's all.
But,
But obviously, he's giving it 10 on the net. So,
but you know, you
I
have to
hear
rate
it.
that though. Like I said, you have to back your product. innit?
yeah, exactly.
And you man haven't
exactly.
just come over as like a football team or something.
Yeah, yeah.
You've come over as like a brand, innit? Like I got to rate how man
Say
have branded
PSG.
it. Yeah, 100% like you brand when you know Tekkers
So
team.
you're the PSG of the league, yeah?
True.
Instinctively,
Yeah.
like man will automatically not want to gravitate towards you because you're not loud. You're back your thing.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So,
I think.
At the same time, that gives exposure to the league, which is what everyone wants.
which everybody wants,
Wants,
innit? You
right,
can't.
right,
It's
right.
like it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
you want
defo.
exposure for the league, but the people and the innovators that want to do it, such as ourselves, not to
Yeah,
blow our
yeah.
own trumpets, you kind of want to look down your nose at. But I don't get it. But I think in life you just have to keep ploughing on and just keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think to win a league, again, you have to be consistent. Last season, we were consistent. Regardless of the competition, there were games where we could have lost.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like, there's games where we went down and
and grind that result.
we had to grind out a win, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The cup run, we didn't have the best of times.
Yeah,
Pre-season, we done the charity league.
but even that, like, they're things that haven't necessarily been done before in the league, and even how James was exposing that on Twitter and that. Like,
Yeah.
I rated that because it's again you're kind of tying in with other organisations that are beneficial.
Yeah.
So win-win.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
true.
rate that.
It's true.
Yeah, man. Big up James, man.
Yeah, man. Big up Mr. Heaven, man.
Yeah, man.
Everyone hating on him, man.
He don't like the
Leave Ray J
podcast,
alone,
though.
man.
He don't like us though, but ever since he's the shooter. Right, cool. So, Faz, you are a Liverpool fan. Some of the best years Liverpool have seen
Right now,
are right now.
I've been a Liverpool fan through the torrid times.
True.
Can you remember your first game?
The first game I remember was the actual 2-0 loss to Arsenal. When we should have won the championship, but I was a nipper then.
What year was that?
That was like 89.
Oh,
I think like
okay.
like, But proper football game that I remember was Liverpool Man United final, the white suits where Cantona scored that screamer from the edge of the box. And we never lived the white cream suits.
Yeah. Fergie killed you lot still.
Come on, man. Man United dominated for a good decade and a half or however long.
Yeah. Do you think this Liverpool team now, or Klopp's team, is one of the best Liverpool teams to ever grace the Premier League or grace football or Liverpool's history?
100%.
Yeah.
In Liverpool's history or the Premier League's history?
Well,
I'd say both. So I think if you're looking at time, a period of time, we're not talking like 2-3 years. Klopp's been doing this for at least 5 seasons now, where you want to call it heavy metal football, or and
so you think that squad is or his team, or however you want to put it, is one of the best ever to grace the Prem?
Yeah. If we're looking for player, the best 11 now for Liverpool, this squad that we've got now. If we're not talking, we're talking squads of 11. Because I think we get this.
I'd say,
the question was squad, innit? Like this.
Well, I said team, so.
So the team,
squad wise, I know you're not.
So I'd question their squad wise a bit different. So, but I'd question would I
the first 11.
Would I put this first 11 up against Fergie's Vidic, Ferdinand team? 100%.
Come on, man.
What? 08 team.
100%.
Come on,
and
man.
Chelsea's got it then, but
Can we run a poll on that? I need a poll on that one. I need that landslide.
Who was your right? Could Gary Neville, Mark Mane?
No. We have to go right back.
No, but like I said,
You got to go player for player.
Right, let's go right. Let's go.
So
player.
start with the keeper. Who's in goal?
So who was your keeper at the time?
Who was it? Van der Sar?
Yeah.
Wait.
Who you got ain't talking to Van der Sar?
Van der Sar against who?
Allison.
All right, we'll give you that one.
We'll take that one.
I'll give you that one.
So
Trent wins straight away. We're not even having a right back.
Because he got some good stats.
We're not talking about stats. We're talking.
Run that poll as well, innit?
We're talking about.
But I'll give you that one because that's the only one you can really.
All right, then go on then.
Rio and Vidic is the best partnership ever to grace the Prem.
All right, then. So would you have Rio and Vidic over
anybody else?
Over Rio and VVD.
Over anybody else.
I will agree to disagree there.
What? Matip and VVD.
No, I'm saying.
Which is a better partnership?
No, we're not talking same player for player. You can't go partnership with partnership. We're going player.
But that's centre back.
So if we're gonna go.
Is that not centre back?
VVD against.
But you're talking about individual.
Yeah.
As a partnership, which is what they're gonna be. They're gonna be a partnership. You had Gomez and VVD.
I rate Van der Sar and Matip as a partnership as sick. If I'm wrong, check the stats. I know you say bond the stats. But
Rio and Vidic is the best partnership to ever grace the Prem.
We don't lose games under Matip and VVD, so we'll agree to this.
Okay.
Solskjaer was saying, man, you don't lose game when Fred and McTominay start. What does that mean?
No one don't listen to Solskjaer. All right, you know what, we'll move like this. So Robertson over whoever.
I'm not a big fan of Evra, to be honest, so I'll give you Robertson.
Since I'm the chicken.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Lipsing up chicken and that. I can't rate that.
Now, but all right, back to the original question. I'll put this Liverpool team as a collective, because we can't do individuals, so we have to do it as a team against.
So that team against the 08-09 team.
United, and the Chelsea.
We are slapping you.
But then you have to look and say, right, then when we've done 90 odd points consistently back to back for 2 seasons, been into 2 Champions League finals and been in every final you can be in, you cannot say that team, what Klopp's had for the last 3 years, doesn't warrant to be put up against the greats. I'm
not saying it's not one of the greatest teams, but I'm saying for me it doesn't match up to the greatest, because Man United's had at least 3 great teams just
but that
at
would
United.
Be your greatest team, innit? That would be your greatest team.
Which for me personally, yeah, because that's what I lived through, innit? That's when I saw United at its peak.
But this is why we love football, because it's opinions. I'm a football fan, but I will say this Liverpool team, I think against anybody, Liverpool would slap.
I think they deserve to be in the conversation, definitely.
Because I'd say, could Man United of that era do what?
But your Liverpool team haven't even got back-to-back titles. It didn't even get back-to-back titles.
But we're talking in an era where United was only competing against 2 teams.
Now we was just that much better.
But we're talking in an era.
But they're competing against somebody.
No, but we're talking 6 teams collectively. We're not talking Blackburn Rovers or Newcastle.
No. That's way back. That's way back. We're talking when it was the Arsenal days when Arsenal were good.
But it was only Arsenal then. What I'm saying now, to win the Premier League now.
But I'll say even that Arsenal team was probably better than that Liverpool team.
Invincibles.
Yeah, the Invincibles definitely.
But that's another argument itself because I was actually had an argument with a man today about the Invincibles team to say, can you say even though they went unbeaten, it's 12 draws.
This is what I'm saying. Can he talk to that Chelsea team?
And that's what I'm saying. So that,
when they got like what is it, 12 goals conceded.
Yeah, 12 goals conceded. But then you say when we done the 90-yard points back to back, and I get what you're saying about the back to back titles, but again we done it in a time with the COVID thing, and then it was mad. But, and I don't think for a team to win back to back titles in this era has to be top tier. So I can't see it happen again. I think Chelsea will probably.
You don't think anyone will go back to back again?
No, I think not in the next 3 seasons or 4 seasons. No, I think it will be taken by Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, and until Man United get their ass in gear and then things. I can't.
We're finished.
Wait, done that. Yeah.
But again, it's opinions. And this is why we
Newcastle going to overtake us. It's long for us.
Newcastle got about 5 years until I think they're up there.
I'd say 7.
Well, they need to survive first. If they get relegated,
then you're gonna
peak, bro.
They're going to sell out real quick.
Listen, I'll be getting the blue season ticket because I'll be watching Mbappe in the Premier.
Speaking of Newcastle,
yeah.
So obviously now they're like the richest club in the Prem or in the world.
In the world by a good distance.
Like 300%.
But that's
obviously
thing, though,
like
financial fair play though.
It kind of hinders them. So financial fair play, you can
2 years you're allowed to free spend on it, and then
is it 2 years?
I'm sure.
I thought you can only spend up to 70% of your revenue on wages.
Well, I suppose it depends how they bond.
But there's always loopholes.
But you can't now. You can't. Before you could, the owners could sponsor the club.
Like yeah.
Now that can't work again. Obviously, so that's why City was in trouble
when they done
they done their thing. But now, if they tried to do that now, it wouldn't run.
But then if you look, I mean, even Newcastle now in a different ballpark to even Man City.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's 300 times what Man City's owners are worth. So even if they do breach financial fair play, you got to do slap them with a 20 million fine.
Yeah, I paid
that. It's a parking ticket to them.
But I think it will get to a point where they just end up deducting points. Because that's the only way that we have to stop them, kind of, man.
But I suppose how many times can they get away with it, and how many decent signings can they get in?
Yeah, but they'll just get relegated.
So what?
You'll just get 50 points taken off.
In this point in time,
yeah, but I suppose I think there's even they have to cap a certain amount. I don't think you can.
Why do they have to cap it?
I'm sure there's a cap on how many points you get deducted.
Nah, they can relegate a team.
Boy, look at Juventus. Boy,
that's what I mean. Got dash out the league real quick.
You watch Bad Sport?
Nah.
On Netflix, watch Bad Sport. Juventus is on there. Fam, wild. But going back to Newcastle, so if you're a player now, say he's the most expensive player right now, Mbappe.
We'll run with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll run with Mbappe.
If I'm Mbappe and then Newcastle knock my door,
I'm not going.
I'll be like, you taking a mick?
Literally.
I'm going into the prime of my career, and you want me to complain Tyneside?
And a relegation battle.
You get what I'm saying?
But then it depends if you're motivated by money.
But how much money?
I don't think the
could they pay him? They can't pay him big P's though.
But I suppose, like you said, but it's in a different ballpark now, so they could.
Yeah, but I'm saying, remember, financial fair play restricts them to a certain amount. But Newcastle's revenue ain't gonna be able to afford probably just slap him on 400 bags a week.
I suppose the biggest.
Cool.
Yeah, but
so it's just him and
can do that.
Exactly. So can Real Madrid.
Exactly.
So,
I suppose the biggest factor that would weigh into it. Sorry to cut you, Braz. Is the location of where Newcastle is. Like players won't come to Liverpool because it's not London. They prefer to go to like.
That's why you can go to get these West Ham London teams. What I was saying before, they can attract big players because you're living in London.
You know
I get that.
It's the place to be. So unless Newcastle gets,
but what Newcastle do have is that they're a footballing area, and where
it's a fishbowl for football.
Yeah,
so,
everyone in Newcastle is a Newcastle fan.
Their stadium is the equivalent to where Salvage is in Birmingham. And I suppose it depends on, because if they had to sell the dream to you, because if they say like, look, who was the first Man City signing? Robinho, really? And then everybody else kind of.
Well, it was kind of like, was it Robinho? Wasn't it like Lescott or Tevez and them?
No, but Robinho was probably like the
first big one,
big name in it.
Okay.
So again, if they say like, we're going to use you as kind of like the linchpin to draw other players in, and they sell the dream to you like that, then
just the project.
Yeah. But then the man moved to China in the middle of nowhere for millions of pounds.
True. Hulk and them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but them man aren't really gonna.
But that's what I'm saying. As
you need a kind of like a
6-7 year project now. Who right now is gonna go?
That's what I mean. So if you're
so they're saying Jude
Newcastle now, who is your first signing? Who's your first target? Who do you think? Okay, I need to sign him to build a team around.
I think they'd have to start at the back. I think they'd have to.
But who would sign?
Player, I think what they'd have to do is potentially go down the road of
not Upperman Carney, wasn't Koulibaly or one of them done.
Yeah, see, like the Dunnies that are kind of, they're not in their peak, but they're kind of
they still got a couple of years left.
I think they could buy Koulibaly and be happy to go there. And then if you buy Koulibaly, you could potentially then even go for, I don't want to say like a Joe Gomez. Do you know what I mean? Like that type of caliber player where he's probably not playing all the time, but he could get first team.
Harry Kane?
All the time. Oh, he's a fraud watch it.
Yeah. Not yet.
But if I was Newcastle, Harry Kane is someone I would sign.
Yeah.
100%. Because
why not?
you know he's going to score goals. And he's already getting talked about as being Shearer. So you might as well.
That's a disrespect to Alan, that is, you know.
You reckon?
I don't rate Kane, gents.
I think Kane will break his record, though. I'll put that out there.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. But then you have to
How many goals does he have left?
He's
quite far off, isn't it?
But if he does, he's not scoring at the minute.
Because he ain't leaving the Prem, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So he's going to be there till he retires, which is another, 6-7 seasons at least.
How old is he?
29, 30.
29, 28.
So say he plays till 35.
And that's saying even that he's even going to score 30 goals a season into his first.
Well, it's like Firmino.
Firmino.
Nah, Firmino's different though.
No, I'm saying in terms of like, man, remember the poll we had where we said Firmino won't outscore Heskey.
Do you know what, I'll argue this as well. I don't think anybody's clocked this, you know. Liverpool don't play 4-3-3. We play 3-5-2, and nobody's clocked this yet. What we play is Van Dijk and Matip were centre halves. Fabinho slides in as the third centre half. Robertson and Trent, play as wingers. Then obviously you got Henderson, Thiago, and Firmino as midfielders, and then you've got
Mane and
Salah
Salah
as strikers.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why he'll sacrifice his game so Mane and Salah can do their thing.
Yeah.
That takes a big player to do that.
Yeah.
With a lot of quality.
Yeah. People say, would you get a goal scoring number 9? But then you're taking away from the team.
I think he's been the glue for them two for a long time. And
very
it's going to be hard.
By far your most underrated player.
100%.
It's going to be hard to replace him as well because even though they've brought in Jota, he's not necessarily the... You know what I'm saying? He's not really that kind of glue. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Firmino's the gorilla glue.
Yeah.
Donny's like super glue that you get in school.
For me, it's a completely different type of player.
Yeah.
So it don't make sense.
I think Jota's more leaning towards a Salah, Mane
exactly. But
replacement.
because he scored a couple goals when he first got there,
you got to give him
everyone gets sucked in.
Yeah.
So again, I say bond the stats.
So I think for me, I say, and I said this for a long time, like you said, and I rate what you say when you say bond the stats because I think you got man that can play football, then you've got ballers. Ballers a lot of the time can go under the radar. Don't get, you know, if they like recorded the assist before the assist,
the key pass.
Yeah, you'd see like Firmino and them man they're well up there on the stats. But I watch football and I think I don't. If your stats can be very misleading.
One of the stats. What does your eye tell you?
You have 77% possession and 59 shots, but you lose the game 2-0. That's irrelevant, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. True. Very true. Very, very true. What do you feel Liverpool can achieve this season?
It's going to be hard. And I think showing that even the game yesterday against West Ham, it's not an easy, it's no easy games.
My Aka went through right out the window.
You keep betting on United though, so you ain't got no chance,
bro.
I don't know the leagues. I think this year it's tough, and I think even Antonio Conte coming into Spurs now
mixes it up a bit, innit?
100%, because that's what.
Well, if you can get them firing,
I reckon he'll do a job. I think he'll solidify the backline straight away, and as long as you get chances to Son and them man up there.
Because he's got to go till January. You think
Son's another one. He needs to go to Newcastle.
Again, it could happen.
Could possibly, yeah.
Techie.
Possibly.
If I'm Newcastle, I'm signing Son.
Yeah. 100%. I think they're the players you could go if you go back. I think they're the players you could potentially sign where they're world class players, but they don't necessarily.
They don't get.
He was linked with Bayern at one point, wasn't he?
So.
But even like you mentioned Bayern, I'd go for like Hudson Odoi and them man next. I think them man are very talented.
Or
And if they played week in and week out, they would be potentially.
So, I mean, I think you're gonna have to. You have to
sign his cheek and that.
No.
His problem is he's just injury prone.
That's his problem.
He's a model. He's a model. That's
exactly. That's his problem.
Okay. So yeah, what do you feel like the league?
I think back to the original question. I think Liverpool this season. I think if we can get a trophy, and I'm not going to say one particular. Champions League was in the group of death, and we've to that.
Yeah, smashed it still.
But again, we're too inconsistent.
He's 1-3 on that. Liverpool and
there's still AC Milan, Atletico, and there's still any one of those could still qualify.
Okay.
Second, I think it's 5 points, 4 points, and 1 point that the other 3 teams are on. If my
why?
stats are right.
To be fair, I mean, the Italian teams are not really saying nothing these days.
Nah.
They tried a thing. Resurgence dead now. You know what I mean?
He's
dead.
Many,
Juventus teams looks dead. Bar Federico Chiesa, bad man.
Yeah.
I think only him and is it Barella?
Bad man.
I think they're realistically the only two.
And Martinez for Inter. Striker. The Argentinian youth.
Yeah.
Lorato.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Latoro.
Yeah, Latoro, that's
decent. Yeah, the Italian
You don't rate him?
Like, I ain't seen enough of him to comment, to be honest. But from what I've seen, I'm not been
he's all right. But again,
I mean, I've just seen him and been, he's all right.
I think the problem is now is you see because players get too much exposure and too much money too soon. Like, how are you going to motivate me if I'm 22 years old? I've got 100 million in the bank. And you're telling me to go and run. For what, gaffer? Like, you're on how much again? You'll get sacked before me. And I think that's what kind of... So when you see like the youths like Haaland, Bellingham and these youths that are pushing the limits, you have to rate them because, again, they want to be the best of the best. And I think if you want to back yourself, then you have to do the extra yards and you have to do that where... It's hard to get, like you said, the boxers say it's hard to get motivated.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You
know, I was looking at what's the average Champions League like goal scorer these days? Like,
what
do you
for
mean?
the tournament?
Like, for the tournament.
I'd probably say 3 or 4 goals, isn't it?
Really?
What you mean, like for like the winner?
No, yeah, like so if there's like a top scorer, like like the goal scorers.
So I think it's normally like 8 or 9, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
So
that's not bad.
But then you get players like Haaland and Ronaldo in their prime that will do like
because I was doing some research earlier for your quiz. And then, I was looking at some Champions League goal scorers and like on average it was like 10, like Nistelrooy.
Is that like
10? 10 like in a competition.
In the season?
Yeah, in the competition. So you got golden boot for that year.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I know he's got more than 10.
Yeah, no, he's got 100%. But like looking at some other ones like Raul and that, like 2001, them times when Real Madrid was.
I'm sure Del Piero had like a stint where him and Zidane in that Juventus team used to be.
Yeah. It's like it's around like 10. I'm thinking, shouldn't it be more than that? You play like how many games?
But
when you think about it, if you get to the final, you're playing what?
8 games.
Yeah.
That's like 10 in 8.
But isn't I think
that's good.
You play more games now than you did
before.
So I think
they added an extra round 2 in it. Remember, they changed the format.
So potentially there's an extra 2 or 4 games.
Yeah.
So the people that were scoring 10 goals back then
were playing like less
goals
games
per game. Isn't it? That was a lot higher.
And I think it's easier to score now as well.
Yeah.
Especially with VAR. Every touch is a foul and that.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Let's not get into that.
It's a Manchester United thing. That
we had one point where remember against PSG and Kim Bempe and
that was mad.
Was that the day when Rio said rip up the and
sign
the
yeah. Give him a contract. Rio.
That's
Rio.
Like I said, this is boy, innit?
Wild.
That's it.
Wild,
sometimes you have to tell your boy he has to settle though, man. You're only a good friend if you can tell your boy he has to step away.
Yeah, man. Sometimes
one man signed that new deal and got the extra 0 on it.
See,
he's like,
I'm at LA in, man, because again, as a Liverpool
exactly,
fan,
you're a Liverpool fan, that's why.
But as a football fan, and because I'd like to see what that United team could potentially become with all those players. And as a football fan,
stop lying. No football fan wants Ali at the wheel.
No, like I said, as a football fan, I would like to see if you had a manager in there and he made it click. How good could be because you got players in that.
Exactly. So you want Ali out as a football fan?
As a football fan, but as a Liverpool fan, Ali in. Give him a don't even
lifetime deal.
Don't draw the handbrake.
Right, it's that time of the show, the No Tekkers Quiz.
Jeez.
So Faz,
let me get the timer up.
You're gonna have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
To answer 10 questions.
No pressure.
Half of the questions are based on Liverpool.
Okay.
The other half is just general football knowledge. So the first 5 Liverpool, the second 5 general football knowledge. Cool. You can pass a question and come back to it if you have time. You get 1 point per correct answer.
Cool.
What else?
First answer is final.
Yeah, first answer is final. The current high score is 7. 7. So
decent, nice.
That is very decent.
Do you want me to let you know when you're a minute halfway or anything, or just straight
time check? Straight through,
Jeez. The anxiety and the pressure.
Say no more.
Talk just into that mic a bit for these.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right,
cool.
cool.
And the last question, if he starts it, you can finish it. Even if the time runs out.
If the time runs out.
That's bliss.
Sweet. All right.
Let's go.
Are you ready? Question 1. Who did Liverpool beat in the 2005 Champions League semi-final?
It wasn't Olympiacos.
No, it was Chelsea.
Chelsea. Oh, this is the
Question
Garcia
2. What season did Liverpool change its kit sponsor from Carlsberg to Standard Charter? What season? So, example 01, 02, 02, 03, so forth. Carlsberg to Standard Charter. What season?
goal. Was it 11-12?
Incorrect. It was 10-11. Question 3.
Go on.
Name me 5 Dutch players that have played for Liverpool.
Dirk Kuyt.
Yep.
Babel.
Yep.
Van Dijk.
Yep.
Vestergaard. No, Westerveld.
Yep.
And Gini.
Correct. Question 4. Name me 5 assistant managers that have worked at Liverpool.
Thompson.
Yep.
Roy Evans.
Yep.
Yep, I'm taking it. Moran.
Which one's Moran?
Ronnie Moran.
I don't know about that.
You've got.
Who was he under?
Ronnie Moran would have been. I'm going back like Joe Fagan.
Okay, yeah, I did see them.
Then we're going Clark underneath.
Yep, Steve Clark. Yep.
And you've got the bad boy now, Pep Linders.
Yeah, correct. Question 5. Who is Liverpool's Champions League top goal scorer?
It's got to be Steven Gerrard.
Incorrect. Is actually Mo Salah. Has now
just snapped.
just snapped it.
Mohammed, man. Go on.
Question 6. Name me 5 English players to have played in La Liga.
McManaman.
Yep.
Owen.
Yep.
Woodgate.
Yep.
Beckham.
Yep. Or Real Madrid dons.
And Lineker.
Correct.
Barcelona.
Yep. How many? Question 7. How many club teams has Jermaine Defoe played for?
Sorry, what's repeat the question again? Sorry.
How many club teams has Jermaine
7.
Defoe played for?
7.
Incorrect is 8.
So I'm one off everyone.
Question 8. Which nation has won the most European championships? So the Euros. I'll give you a hint. It's 2. They're currently tied. Either or.
It's got to be France.
Incorrect. It's Germany
And
or Spain.
Oh, for God's sake.
Question 9.
Let me leave now.
How many Champions Leagues has Vincent Del Bosque won as a manager?
Ooh, I'm sure it's 3.
Incorrect. It was 2.
Time.
One off.
99. Well, 2000 and 2002 he won.
Okay, that's
time.
one. What's the results? 3.
You got 3.
You got 3. Well
Man.
done. Not bad. Not bad. It could be
Man.
worse.
It's mid-table. Mid-table.
I'm fighting with it. So when I was watching at home, I'm like, I got that. You know? It's hot under
The hot seat is telling you. The hot seat's crazy because
What was the last one? You didn't get
the
to
last question,
Yeah.
question 10, was name me 5 players that have made it from non-league to the Premier League.
Oh, I think that'd be who? Vardy.
Yep.
Dele Alli on there? Was Dele qualified?
Nah.
Nah, it was
He was at Milton Keynes, innit?
I can't think, you know. I can only think of Vardy after from the.
So you got
Ian
Vardy.
Wright. Ian Wright on there.
I didn't see his
Wright
name.
should be on there.
Yeah, I would say Ian
Wright
Wright.
is on there.
He didn't. Boston was like 25 or something.
Yeah.
In the factory, innit? And he was playing Sunday League.
DJ
Yeah,
Campbell
yeah.
on there.
I didn't see him on there.
DJ Campbell's a shout.
But
You
yeah,
got me
I know he was one. Troy Deeney,
Good shout.
Antonio,
Mickey, yeah, he was on
Chris
Yeah.
Smalling,
Yeah.
Balassi, Glenn Murray, Joe Hart, Danny Ings, Callum Wilson. That's just to name a few.
Yeah, because I actually heard that. I was on listening to Talksport yesterday. They mentioned Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
Some non-league
Yeah.
team, well, some low
Very
league
local
team
as
for
well.
Coventry.
Mhm.
Coventry, innit?
Yeah, Joe Hart was at Shrewsbury. Madness. All
But
right.
they're in our league though.
At the time, yeah.
Oh.
And this is when I say, man, don't want to respect lower league football. Like you can't boss.
It happens. Right, so you got 3?
I'll take the 3.
Free.
Fair play.
It's respectable, man. Trust me.
It's yeah.
I was just glad I got the numbers ones. I'm on job.
Yeah, I think the Mo Salah one tricked just though.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, it was Gerrard.
Yeah,
and
it
up
was
until
Gerrard.
Salah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last couple games.
Yeah.
Didn't
Nah,
see it
just
there.
Salah's got 31 now. Gerrard had 30.
And I was one off all the other answers. Technically, I should be Champions League, but I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
No worries. All right, cool. It's that time of the show. Fraud Watch. So, Faz.
Oh, wow.
A fraud watch is basically any player, manager, anyone involved in football, could be Sunday League 2, that has bamboozled the world into thinking that they are better than they actually are. So, some of the fraud watch residents, Loftus-Cheek,
Dan James.
You can leave Dan James alone.
Leeds for signing Dan James.
Are we saying Arteta off it? Because at the minute he's above Man United.
That don't mean much.
I think the argument with Arteta is, sorry to interrupt, is if you gave Arteta United squad, where would they be?
The same place. The same place.
I think Arteta's got
Same
a lot
place,
more,
different hotel.
Exactly.
I think Arteta's got the tools to be
A good manager.
Yeah.
Well, he played under Pep. Well, managed under Pep. Was with
And?
Pep.
Under his what you would call his
Wait, so-
tutelage.
Listen,
Steve McLaren?
I'd put but them man I think are just different. They've got no culture.
And I think Arteta was a baller as well. So I think that kind of adds into.
Nah, man.
You reckon if Ali was under Fergie in the management,
he'd be slightly better?
Arteta slightly better?
I think what
Nah.
Ali's problem is you see, because, and I say this, I think Ali was a super sub, innit?
Mm.
Let's be honest.
Side man?
He was a super sub.
Yeah.
And I think
Viennetta at Christmas.
after 8,
Viennetta at Christmas. That's what Ali is, bro. When you was boy, you think Viennetta was the ton up dish.
and you
Yeah.
realise, it's not.
It's
The
not
way
all
you
that.
think
Yeah. You see the advert, you're like, raw.
It looks good, you know.
It's
Yeah.
crispy, innit?
Go Iceland, it's a pound.
I think, I think because he scored the Champions League winner, and I think because he's such, like he said, he's a nice lad, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a cult hero, isn't it?
And I think you don't want to. It's like if Gerrard went to Liverpool too early and he was doing.
Yeah,
well.
he will.
Because
He will get more time than he
I'd
deserves.
say give him another 10 seasons.
Nah,
he could
go
be
look
fine.
at Chelsea done to look what Chelsea done to Frank Lampard.
But
Yeah, what Chelsea though?
Chelsea are cutthroat.
The ruthless Russian. That's
Exactly.
What we need.
He
That's
don't,
what
he
we
don't
need.
care about the history.
Nah, he does, man. That he does.
Who?
He cares about
Roman.
the peas.
Roman.
Roman the billionaire.
What? Chelsea ain't got no
Roman the
history.
billionaire does not care.
He created.
about
He
the
created
history.
Chelsea's history.
Exactly, so we don't care.
That's what I'm saying.
So anything before him is irrelevant.
Yeah, but Frank was during him.
Yeah, but he only won a couple titles and that. To him,
Before
that's
the Russian Chelsea was racist. Outright.
To be
not-
fair.
It still is.
I think for me, Ali's. Yeah.
He's on fraud watch anyway.
Ali's,
So
yeah.
Ali's
One
definitely
Ali.
on fraud watch. I've actually put him in my notes. He's on fraud watch.
have you got anyone for fraud watch this week?
I don't even know. Let me think. I'll find.
You got anyone, Faz?
I think the ones that live on there for me are Kepa and Harry. Was it Harry Maguire? But
Kepa ain't really played though.
no, but I think for the price tag and how he come across, and I think
True.
Yeah, but if you say the price tag, then you got.
They've kind of swept him under the
bare
carpet.
people
Yeah,
on
but
there.
it wasn't just the price tag. It was what before. Pardon me, that was me. I think it was all the talk of how he was and this and that, and
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
supposed to be the next De Gea. And
But that ain't his fault though.
I know, but at the same time, is what he was talking at the team.
It's like when
himself.
Manny came on this, and when Fred gets bought for 60 million, that's not down to him.
Yeah.
If he gets bought for 5 million, that's not down to him. The price is the price.
But I think he's because he's supposed to. You've come to a club of that stature. Like you said,
expectations.
the expectation is. I mean,
Yeah,
we
but-
live in a world of expectation. It's
If he was going to West Ham, the
Yeah.
price wouldn't have been that.
No,
price.
but remember his performances.
because you're Chelsea,
He's not even like
we're
he's
gonna
been
add
meaty.
we're gonna add
No,
10,
we-
20 mil on it.
we get that, but
Same with United. We're gonna add 20 mil on it.
It's not like he's been playing meaty though. He's actually been like
Yeah.
rubbish.
And do you know, it's for me why he was on fraud watch. You see the time when he was trying to sub him off and he weren't having it.
Yeah.
Not on my
Yeah,
watch.
yeah.
Like,
Sorry he
that
was
for
having
me
it.
Yeah,
alone,
if I was sorry, I would have actually took him
Yeah,
off.
he's
the
ready.
pitch.
You're ready
I
to
don't care
take
if
a
you want to
Kepa
stay
back.
on.
Could you
I'm
imagine that?
subbing you.
Could you imagine that
Get
Sunday
off.
League? If a man's saying like, "Yo, Gaffer, now I'm
going
not
off.
enough."
Man tried to say that I did that.
When?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm gonna ask James about
I
that.
wanna have to say,
No way.
Man got some footage of that.
I'll ask that the live, innit?
Ask it. Man saying apparently. I asked him. Oh, have you tried to sub me? And I said nah. He's like no.
I'm asking him in
Told
private.
you, man. I'm most hated playing Sunday League. Me.
Rumors. No, I think I think like you said, the expectation is the reason why like people are on fraud watch. But I think there's players that talk it. I think Ross Barkley could put on fraud watch.
I put him on already.
Yeah, he's been there.
Like,
He lives there too. Still.
Um,
Big fraud him.
Like we've been away for a while, but I said Nuno, and now look, man got sacked.
I think that was.
Man got any feelings about it. Well, now look.
I put Spurs on there, innit? But
for me, I want to say this is going to be controversial because I've never been a fan of his. Harry Kane, like for me, and it's like
talking to them, man. Let the people know how you feel, man.
I've never been a Harry Kane fan, and I look at the England team potential now. Yeah, if you dropped Harry Kane, do you know what England team you could have?
Mason Greenwood could go in there.
Southgate fraud watch.
Like, and the potential team you could build, rather than saying Harry Kane's the linchpin of the team, we build it around him. For me, it doesn't work hard enough. Like Sterling's the main man in the England team. And the sooner people respect and realise that, the sooner we can start to move a bit.
Do you feel like he's fell out of favour a bit?
Sterling. Sterling will always be the one that falls out of favour because he's he's the topic of conversation of many different arenas, and whether it's race, whether it's this or that, he'll always be the token black man. I have to say that will always be the one that's kind of
the scapegoat.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
but unfortunately, the hard thing about that is it's because it's happens so often, and it happens like blatant in plain sight.
It's just normal.
Right, look at if you imagine now if Raheem Sterling refused to train for Man City, how Harry Kane for Tottenham. Can we have that conversation?
Pogba.
Look how they treat Pogba.
Come on, and for me, Pogba is an enigma. Is the word is where he has the ability to be great, like Martial had the ability to be great. Martial was Mbappe before Mbappe was known, but
that's debatable.
No, but I think like
potential wise,
yeah, like maybe not now. But I think if you have to look at it and call it call a spade, Harry Kane for me, again, it'll be controversial. I know the comments are going to go mad on this, but he's not for me. He never has been. He's a goal. He can score goals and that, but he's not.
Don't you think he's had what was it last season? He was he's doing up false nine, dropping deep and bare assists.
He's not Bobby Firmino. He can't do that.
Tried the thing under Mourinho. Tried the thing. He's doing well. He had a stunt.
So I think when you say you don't rate him, are you not a fan of him, or you don't think he's a good player?
Tonight I'll be.
So in the rankings, you had my rankings system. You got Alien, Messi, and Ronaldo on them, man.
Them man.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Messi,
I thought you were to list up everybody.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Is Ronaldinho in the Aliens?
I put him in the Alien, yeah.
My brother.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Because he's an alien.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
He's
Well, Messi's still better, but anyway.
100%. That's not debatable.
Then elite, like basically the best in the world, and then you got world class.
So we got Lewandowski,
okay. Kevin De Bruyne.
Yep.
Them kind of players.
Ribery, Robin, and Mande, yeah.
No, not Ribery. We'll get onto Ribery later.
Alright, sorry, so I said Ribery, Robin because I come up, but Robin,
yeah.
Robin, sorry, I'll take the Ribery.
In fact, that's my fraud. Ribery. Fraud watch.
If we're going back then,
fraud watch.
Man, I'm
ready for the comments on this one.
It's for the streets for me.
Yeah, man. But anyway, where would you rank Kane in that category?
He scores goals. Other than him scoring goals, which I know is the main thing, again, it's controversial. I say you got man that can play football, and I watch ballers, and it like what you bring to the game, other than just scoring goals, which is his main thing. Like, it's just not for me. I can't explain what it is.
I said he's a fox in the box, but like the new generation.
He's like Gary Lineker. But man didn't rate Gary Lineker. But Gary Lineker me,
I think it's got more about him than that, though.
No, but again, like
you say, when he dropped in doing the false nine and that, he was getting assists and doing free balls and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
You got respect.
I think for me,
I found a new respect for him.
Yes, I mean.
I think because he's the poster boy of the England team, he'll get a lot more glory.
Oh, definitely.
Than potentially other players.
Like I said, he could not score until April. And score a hat trick on the last 2 games of the season. He's still going.
And I think that potentially could be a reason why he's not for me, because I think there's players that are more deserving of a call up or more deserving of a shout in the England team, and I think he does potentially sometimes hold up a position where nobody should be above being dropped. Yeah, in my opinion, I don't care if you're the man of the man. If you're not playing, you get dropped. Yeah, at any level, I think that should be the case. Definitely. Nobody's bigger than the club or nobody's bigger than the team.
I agree.
So you have a fraud watch, bros?
I'm going to put Dean Smith on.
Sir? So you don't think the sacking was harsh?
Nope. You've spent a lot of cheddar.
And to be fair, he's right now, but even before,
why does it always come down to that though? How much the manager spent?
Of course, because
you have to know where because
big man. If you had 100 million, you blew it and didn't buy a yard and a couple properties. I'm putting you on fraud watch.
But don't you think that Villa's improved since he took over?
How we're in the 16th?
I think a big part of it is
they're on a bad run.
Do you know? I think brother, John Terry's whatever he was doing defensively at the team.
He's left as well, isn't it? Yeah.
The defense has been a bit.
Nah, the defense was always a mess.
Nah, not as bad as it is now.
I think they're doing silly mistakes.
Tyrone Mings is capo.
Yeah.
You already know my thoughts on it. But every time I say it, I'm a hater in it. So I can't speak on Mings no more.
Nah, I'm Dean Smith for sure. I feel he should be doing. He's a good manager. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's whack. However,
the time he's had as well.
You are the gaffer. Yeah, you've spent. I think some of the signings were like.
So you don't think he's made good signings since he's been there?
I think they've good players he's bought, but he's not able to.
Like start of the season when Villa made all these signings, everybody was gassing. Villa's gonna do this, Villa's gonna do that.
All right, and the expectation is that you didn't.
But now they had a bad run, lost 4 or 5 games in a row, and then get sacked.
But this is the thing in the
results
in the
business,
League,
mate.
the results
Of course,
business,
but
results business.
What's Ali doing?
I thought they were gonna do well.
That's down to the board. We have put Man United.
What's Ali's last 5 games?
So what you think? Man United ain't on? Ali ain't on fraud watch.
Of course he is.
Exactly. So it's the same thing.
Nah, but it's Man United, Villa. There's 2 different.
Nah, man.
Come on, man.
Dean Smith.
Who did they sign? What's the Jamaican youth's name?
Leon Bailey.
Leon Bailey. Like I think they've signed quality players. But
Exactly.
But you got to remember as well, they sold Grealish. That was the heart and soul of the team.
I get it. I think.
And all he does is U-turn Man City on the left.
No. Let's just
the Sterling argument. I'm saying since
right.
he comes, Sterling should never be dropped for Man City ever.
But you just said
I missed that. I'm exaggerating that. But in the sense of, I'm saying when Grealish shouldn't be starting over Sterling.
I agree.
Sorry, Grealish, his name. Sorry.
But all I'm saying is, Grealish was the heart and soul of Villa.
Yeah, and they got
without him before.
I'll give you an analogy.
You take him out the team from before. They're a championship team.
I think Grealish should have done what Gerrard done, which is it's a big difference where you can. When Gerrard wanted to go to Chelsea,
but like I said, it's a big difference.
No, but I think
big
again,
difference.
you can be eulogised in your city. Grealish is a god in Birmingham if he would have stayed.
He still is.
No,
he's still loved by Villa
fans. But if
fans.
he would have stayed at Villa and become whatever he was at Villa, couldn't have won nothing.
But Liverpool's a much bigger club than Villa.
But irrespective
and we're
of the
actually
clubs,
competing for trophies.
But what Gerrard could have won at Chelsea, which is a lot more appealing. Like I'm saying,
the only thing he could have won at Chelsea that he didn't win at Liverpool is the title. That's it.
But plenty more of them.
Maybe 2 or 3.
No, I
2 or 3.
Gerrard in that team, I think, would have pushed them places. But I think the point I was making is Grealish would have, if him staying at Villa potentially, would have been big of him as a whole for his. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I hear that.
But again, it's an opinion.
Again,
he didn't even get in the England team until he
Villa
got that
have a good
100
enough
move.
team.
That could be another part to it.
Exactly. He wanted to play for England.
Yeah.
He had a good enough team. They still got a good enough team.
Who?
To beat Villa.
To do what?
To be better than what they're doing right now.
Consider about any team.
I think
we're talking about Villa, and
because their keeper's decent.
There you go.
The old
Martinez
decent.
They got a good team on paper, but just not performing in it. And again, if as I said, I say this analogy all the time.
Smith, why they're not performing?
If you pick the team, big man, the same way Ali gets the blame for a man doing stupid mistakes.
Ali's been there for a long time with that same squad. Like
I think
he's got new signings and his heartbeat just got took out. Surely he's got to have time to let the people gel.
Big man, you just spent the 100 mil.
And you've
just spent the 100
exactly. And how many games in?
How many players did he sign as well before the season before? 12.
Exactly.
One of them being Wesley,
gel,
which man should have put him on forward for signing Wesley. No chance.
I can't even defend you on Dean, I tried, man.
Again, he's bought players. He's bought players and they've not gelled together. Yeah. Danny Ings is coming.
I still think the sacking is harsh though. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, as in, it probably we can look at it.
In fact, run that poll. Was the sacking harsh?
I have
already.
It's going now. It's live right now. So next week we'll talk about it.
I didn't see that sacking coming. I only heard it this morning.
This what I'm saying. Out the blue,
innit? The Villa fans I know were on his case, saying, "Yo, if he loses at Southampton, he's gone."
But I think the mad thing is about football now is you see because the people are so quick to call managers and chop on the chopping block, but you haven't got a plan B.
Exactly.
Like, I look at the Newcastle situation. Right then, you
take
over.
But I can understand that situation more than this one because I've come in,
Steve Bruce,
No. What I'm on about not having, everybody knew that was the elephant in the room. Bruce,
Okay. But you're saying they don't have a plan B right now.
You're a billionaire on top of billionaire, and you're supposed to have private conversations with all the top managers that are available now, or even the ones that are in jobs, and say, listen, this is the project at Newcastle. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
For the fact that.
It's cheeky, innit?
To be fair, you kind of should have done that from before you even took over the club.
Yeah.
And this is it, but you've had to go to, again, what's his name at the sign now? The old Bournemouth manager.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe.
Now again, I think Eddie
That bamboozles me. Like,
Eddie Howe's if the
Is he the official manager
but
now?
to be honest, he's,
I think it was at the last game in the.
But I suppose I think unless he probably knows himself, he's only going to be there for 2 years. He's a stepping stone to bigger things, and so they probably said
unless he does a madness.
And even then they probably say, well,
Nah, like, what can he do? He's not going to win the league,
not
and
name brand.
that's what he would need to do to keep the job.
Nah, you reckon? I reckon if they get Europe, they'll keep him.
No, but I think
For what, one more season? And he would have to win the league?
Yeah, and Newcastle would want a name.
What, straight away?
Of course.
Yeah.
Nah, no, I think they expect he
Look
he would be a fool to take that job
Roman, a
expecting
billionaire,
that.
He already sacks everyone that don't win the league.
Yeah, but that's
because
Chelsea though.
And he's got 300 times more.
That's
than what
Chelsea.
he's got.
Remember,
Chelsea, bro.
You're right, because if you say, if we're going back to right then, do you remember when they sacked, was it Ranieri nearly won the title? Did Ranieri, no, he qualified for Europe, innit? He got 4th place on the last.
Remember Matteo won
Matteo won the Champions
League and the
Champs.
second, bro.
But he didn't do it though. Drogba did it, let's be honest.
But I think when they the point was when he first took over Chelsea, he sacked Ranieri and signed the name by manager at the time was Mourinho, innit? I can't see any difference at this Newcastle thing.
But the difference is, I think he had a plan like, I want Mourinho, so
Sorry, that was my point. They had
they had him
Newcastle
in mind
had,
already.
yeah.
Well, clearly the plan for Chelsea is like I'm signing a title-winning manager. Eddie Howe ain't gonna win you nothing, bro.
And I suppose who's out there really? Who's other than Conte?
You'd have to bribe someone out of their job.
And they've got the dough to do it. So
So exactly, the world is your oyster.
at the moment, yeah,
You know,
But
they
is
got
it
enough
though?
peas to tell Alex Ferguson, big man, go up and do you too.
it's true.
You get me?
That's the thing though.
Arsene Wenger.
You can only
Calling
get
it.
you can only get managers that be
That's
intrigued by
nowadays.
money. or the
Arsene
project.
Wenger.
But would he want the job?
Why not?
I think you know what? If they're offering him more money than he's getting at FIFA, because he was.
But that's what I think. He would have to be motivated by the money.
That's not an issue for them. Do you know their net worth?
It doesn't matter. Like, it's all-
300 billion.
What's he gonna do with 300 billion?
And I suppose United.
Listen,
Look how he spent money at Arsenal. He didn't want to spend no money.
He's been there,
Yeah, but
done
that's
that,
just him. That's just the board, though.
No, that's him. He didn't want to spend no money.
Fam, he probably changed, man. He probably
He
got some Giuseppe's
enjoyed
on now.
buying people that were no names and making him into a name.
Yeah,
That was his
but
thing.
he's younger now. He
But that
just
was
want
his
to buy a
thing.
name brand, man.
Nah. Now he wants to just chill and do his FIFA thing.
So
And because the man was promoting the other day, trying to say we need to have the World Cups every 2 years. You know, for him to get told that he's getting paid because he was the man that used to moan about Christmas games, isn't it? So he's
Yeah, but you don't have that problem
He's
no
in a
more.
different
Innit?
scene
Yo,
now, innit?
times changing.
Man, I need some more tournaments
Give,
still.
give it 2 years, just see Wenger's been done the same way my man got done Platini and my man.
There's scandals.
The game's corrupt, man. Oh, the game's corrupt, man. At all levels, man. It's wrong.
Right, let's go into the streets. We'll never forget.
Oh, I've got some classics.
So, Chief.
So
I'll let you do your
basically,
wedding.
any player
Mm-hmm.
that is a fan's favorite, but not kind of like
Yeah.
a world-renowned name like
Okay,
a
yeah.
Thierry Henry.
So we're talking like Uncle Akacha, them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adapt to rap. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ben Arthur.
Tyler, I used to love it. I've got a few in it, like, so if I can, I've got a couple.
Go on, name. Do your thing, man.
Ibrahim Ba. Blonde
Okay.
hair, AC Milan.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember France. I remember it.
I'm a lot older than man.
Yo.
That's way back still.
Ibrahim
Yo.
Ba, he was for 2 seasons when he was at, what was it, Bordeaux? I think was it Bordeaux, Marseille, and then he went to AC Milan. Him and George Ware, and man like Costa Curta, and then like when them man were that top tier.
Costa Curta don't get enough flowers, you know. I reckon.
Come on, yeah.
Because he had the goats next to him.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like-
it's true.
When I did put a couple of other looks, I did kind of. I was actually prepared for this one. All right, and I've got boom. You ever heard of a player called Alfonso? We used to play with white boots for Real Betis.
I remember.
Not
him still.
the
Was it-
striker. Not Ricardo Oliveira.
No. Alfonso, his name was.
But a left-footed guy.
Nah, right-footed. He was.
I think
This was
someone
white
else.
boots before white boots were.
Oh, okay. What year was this?
This was 95 to 2000.
Oh, no,
I'm sure
yeah.
my age now.
Yeah.
But I'm
I'm a
gonna
90s
put that in
baby,
your
I know.
notes, yeah. Alfonso, yeah.
Say no more.
The man was Patrick Mbama.
Yeah.
Cameroon bad boy. And then the last one for me I wanted to leave is, I don't think he gets enough flowers, was prime Ricardo Fuller.
If we put him on there.
I
We
think
put him on
Ricardo
there.
Fuller, for me, there was a time period where the Yardman was doing, he was doing most in the Prem, man. Like,
Yeah, he done the Bergkamp thing, innit?
yeah, he scored some
He done the
worldies, man.
Bergkamp thing. His thing was sick though. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
And you could
He's-
catch him at a dance with a jerk. He was on the roads, man.
He was sick.
But yeah, for
Okay.
me, the top man in all that was with Ibrahim Bar, like that you was just for the streets.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
For the youth that don't know, Ibrahim Bar, blonde hair, France. Like,
Yeah.
have a look, man.
I remember him still.
Quality player.
You got anyone?
Part G song. He don't get enough love. So
Nah,
I'm gonna put him in there.
The real super sub.
100.
Nah, he wasn't even a super. He was
utility man.
You put him in them big games.
He was the prime. He was James Milner 2.0. Like
This is what I'm saying. James Milner, another one, don't get his flowers.
James Milner is one of the hands down best players the Premier League's ever seen.
Well, that's a big statement, boy.
It's a big statement
But
still.
I'm a James Milner fan, so I'm not gonna.
I say this: a prime James Milner starts potentially in any team.
When's his prime? What team you saying?
I'd say when he was at Man City.
Okay. That Man City team was decent still. Stephen Ireland and that. Yo.
I don't think he starts in the 08,
I
09
think
Man U
the-
team, though, I'll be honest.
Nah, he
think-
won't start.
I think
Probably
he
well
might start in Liverpool
over
team.
Hargreaves.
Starting that Liverpool team.
How come he was start over Hargreaves? Hargreaves had no knees, man.
What?
Hargreaves had worse knees than me.
Come on, respect Hargreaves.
I don't like
Who
Hargreaves
Mr.
still.
Motivated when he tried to get a team when he was doing that?
Yeah, I don't like him still.
I'm not even, we're getting off topic. Part G song.
Yeah.
Nah, I tell you who's a baller though. Was it Mustafa Hadji?
Yo.
I remember him still.
He's a cheapo.
Yeah.
Nah,
You got your number, as?
see, I've got some. I've got a couple. Peter Unlove and them man there. That used to
Ooh.
play.
Yeah. You don't know about them blues
can't-
legends.
Yeah, come
I
on.
can't remember.
Didi had a baller in that.
How you mean, man?
There was a
Stan Lazaridis.
Listen, I'm talking. I'm talking Dominguez, the small left.
Yeah.
Dead, left-footed. Used to. Is it Jose Dominguez?
I don't know.
Jose Dominguez,
Something
the
like that.
blue noses us know what man
Yeah.
about. But yeah, that we used to go kids for a quid at St. Andrews back in the day. Your man was techie, man.
there's a striker here. You probably know him. Deportivo La Coruña, left-footed. Used to wear the Preds. It was him
Not
and
Kiko.
Nah, but
Diego Tristan.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Bad boy, oi.
You know who else you just reminded me of? Remember Roy Mackay?
Come
Yeah,
on.
bad man.
He was the original finisher.
Bad man.
Oh my life.
I don't know if you man mentioned him a couple of weeks ago, and now it could have been a couple of months ago, where Jardel used to play for FC Porto, one of the highest Champions League scores ever. If you go and watch that youth there, I don't know how he never got his flowers. For
Is he
himself.
the Brazilian?
Yeah,
Mario
Jardel.
Mario Jardel,
Yeah,
innit? Yeah,
something
he was top scorer that season
Yeah.
in
Well,
Champions League.
I think one of the if you're talking flowers now, let's say we let the streets won't forget, we could put it in the same category.
Yeah.
Romario.
Yeah, before my time, but
Yeah.
He was the first World Cup I remember was '94, that American one where him and Bebeto played up front.
yeah,
Wow.
different gravy.
Wow. What they done. I'm talking still where toe people used to laugh at toe pokes. The man would score toe pokes and celebrate like it's a worldie because that was all he score. His football brain was something else, man.
Yeah.
The only toe poke I rate is a no backlift one. You know, the R9 one.
Now, what about Ronaldinho's one?
Chico.
Chelsea?
Well, I don't even consider that a toe poke, fam. That was just magical.
Nah, it was Toey. Come on, be honest, man.
I don't know,
That's
man.
a big toe, man.
But
Come
with
on.
Ronaldinho, you
But I respect it, but it was toe. Let's be
probably.
honest.
You think it was a toe?
It was a toe.
I want to say because it's Ronaldinho, I want to say it's slight edge.
Yeah, I was gonna say like to me, I felt like
But if anyone else did it,
the
you would say
angle-
it's toe.
the
innit?
angle was a bit
Be
mad.
honest. If it's anyone else, you're saying it's toe.
Yeah, I want to say it. Do you know the memes? You know, like when they say the school shoes thing, when it was 20, it's 100% curve, like them flat wallaby thing.
Yeah.
This is one of
Nah,
them.
Yeah, the
but it
R9
was-
toe pop when he's just running and then there's no backlift and just holds it and the ball just dips.
Yeah.
Straight dip.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so there's been. I think the street. Yeah, there's been some ballers though.
Yeah.
100% there's been some.
But
bad
yeah,
ones.
Diego Tristan was my one. I remember.
Nah,
yeah,
Roy Mackay, man. That's
bad man still. There's
Roy
quite a
Mackay
few
He
strikers
was
in
the
La Liga that
original
was
Rude Van Nistelrooy.
There was. And if you're going back like to the
like
Italian,
Morientes.
Recoba. Do you remember
Recoba.
like Fonseca and them man there?
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
Ivan Zamorano?
Zamorano,
Chilean
yeah.
players.
Yeah. The only Chilean what's his name?
Salas.
Chavalet and Salas.
Salas.
Chavalet.
I'm going forever, and I'm an old school. Like I'm talking like Valderrama, the man with a big afro,
Yeah,
Colombia, Asprilla.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I could go up here till tomorrow. Gents.
Fair play, fair play.
Let's get the 11 then.
Well, hold on, we gotta do Sunday League roundup, man. Whoa.
We've been away for a minute.
The settings is here as well. I can get involved.
Yeah. So let's go back a couple weeks. Some of the big games I wanted to highlight. Yeah.
Go on then.
Beacon played Power in a cup game.
Okay.
Went to extra time.
Okay.
Shaq Witts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was that the free
kick.
kick thing?
Listen.
Okay.
Free kick, stock it, bins.
That was the one time I took my phone out of that game. Was that free kick, and that was the point when I actually said Sunday League settings has to start. the week after,
Yeah.
rather than waiting until after Christmas, because that was my original plan.
Yeah.
And so Shaq, yeah, man, you do.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Shout out, man.
Man, you know, yo, what I got after the Sunday league, man? Like, yo, brother, don't worry, man. I got you, man.
That atmosphere when he scored that goal.
Yeah, it looked mad.
that
Man
was
took off his top, everything.
It was sick,
jumped
man.
in crowd.
It was
Yeah.
a vibe, man. It was a vibe. I
Yeah,
have to say,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So
Okay,
again,
okay.
That game, chances wise, Beacon should have been clear.
So,
Yeah, last kick of the game in
Yeah.
the 90. I think was it Brownie or somebody, was pretty much an open goal per se, or a one-on-one. He should have scored. And last kick of the game, he missed.
pressure got to him.
Extra time, and then they both
Crumbled.
scored again, and then again even the free kick for Shaq's goal was kind of, it was a bit soft. The free kick,
So what, even a foul? Ooh, that we were saying.
debatable, but
Not even a
again-
free kick.
but
Ooh.
again, you have to take your chances, because if you
Yeah,
don't, then
facts.
Shaq becomes the headline, and then
big facts.
There you go.
and he's got the shout on Twitter, and how many views of the goal, because the goal was a banger.
So let's take it back to the 17th, that Sunday. Dingle played VIP.
Yeah.
VIP won 2-0.
I like, from what I've heard of Dingle.
Long Throw FC.
No, you know,
Oh, that what you're hearing, yeah?
I'll be honest, I don't. I'm a disclaimer, gents. I work hard.
I ain't seen y'all play yet, innit? So
I'm trying to
Nah,
fill
they're good,
man's
man. They're
games as
good.
well.
Just
But
long
again,
throws.
but if that's a tool in the game,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
people don't
yeah.
use enough, and if you got
Fact.
it in your, if you
Rory
artillery,
Delapton.
then, yeah.
Basically.
go
So yeah,
watch
they
it
beat
soon.
Dingle 2-0. Ballers played Beacon as well. I was at that game actually. 2-1 Ballers.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
it's that game too? Okay.
A few scored. I think Tone scored and
Mr. Alwell.
Nah, Alwell didn't score. The other
What?
striker.
Dan, you're slacking, lad.
The other striker scored. The tall guy. Dread.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. That's it.
Kevin.
Oh, okay, okay.
Kevin scored, and who scored for
Player.
Beacon? Oh, Seb.
Sebi.
Yeah, Seb scored.
Sebi's a midfield genius, man.
Yeah, we're having best midfielder in the league. Shouts.
Do you know what? Sebi on his day, and I'll give Carlos from Power on his day.
Yeah.
But again, probably.
What about Highgate midfield? What's his
Sam.
name? Roger. Is it Roger?
No, I think there's a lot of midfielders in this league that are top. But I can only claim off the ones I've seen. Obviously, that I
Yeah.
know of. I've known Sebi for years, and I've known Carlos for years. But I think Carlos, if he wasn't so injury prone with his hammy, and if Sebi wasn't as well, then man could pull strings all game, and you can't get near them.
Fair play. Highgate beat Hampton 3-1 on the 24th that week. The same week, Power beat Beacon. So Beacon's had a bit of a rough run recently.
But they're still up there, though, and I'm sure they're 1.2 points off the top. Is it? If I'm looking at the league. It's tight.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Ballers beat Ballers beat Coronation Star 5-2. I think Elwell slapped off that game. I think he had 2 goals, 2 assists. Obviously Galacticos drew with Beacon 1-1.
That was my first game.
Yeah. VIP just beat Power Sunday gone.
Yeah, that was the
Highgate
game.
slapped Coronation Star 7-2.
I got the highlights for that finger game, the VIP Power game. Shit, I'm about, man. I'm working, man. I'm working.
The clip that I seen. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I want to say Brad that plays right back for VIP.
Listen.
My disclaimer is now, whatever gets filmed on the side, yeah.
It's not you.
Listen, I have to say it like I have to say it live.
Hey, I need that clip to put in. This is the clip, yeah.
Unless it's incriminating, it's going in. I'm just a facilitator for content. And
This what I'm saying. We're media. We're media.
man.
We're media. You get me?
So
It's not personal, man.
it's not dry snitching either.
Yeah, we just media, bro. So yeah, VIP beat Power 2-0. Galacticos drew 3-3 with defending champs Ballers with no Braz.
Oh,
So
I saw the goals for that.
so he's saying if you was there, it would have been.
just saying what I didn't do my thing.
Oh, to be fair, you know what? I'll give him his due. The game against Beacon.
Man turned up, yeah. All right,
I'll give him.
What was the hate man was getting?
You know what I'm
though?
saying?
All right.
What's the most hated in the league? Say no more.
saying that.
As a neutral, I can say he was pulling strings.
Okay.
There, I say, Mr. Put your arms up for the corner.
Listen, you see my team, yeah. You see, if we attack set pieces, we win games, you know.
100%. I give you that because
they say the delivery's on point,
brother.
Okay,
on a 50 pence piece.
Who's your number 8? The big man in midfield.
Oh, Russ. Big up Russ.
Yeah. Yo, your man can slap.
Yeah. Russ is mad still.
Yeah, man. Shout out Russ, man.
Yeah, Russ is
like
mad.
I said, some good players on their day, man. Like I've got an eye for footballers, man. He's a good player.
Yeah, as I said, we had players missing as well. So, as I said, on paper, we up there. But as I said, it's just whoever turns up in it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Beacon beat Dingle 2-0. So, Beacon back to winning ways. Yeah. Well done to them.
There's not a lot. I think, like I said, I've seen you guys play once. I'm getting to know you a bit more now. Like the teams like VIP, Beacon, Ballers, I know about them.
Yeah.
I think you yourself and Highgate as well. Teams like yourself, Dingle, even Hampton.
Yeah.
Like, they will on their day
beat anyone.
Yeah, and I think that's where, and I think that's what won Ballers the league last year was that consistency of. When you're not playing well, you're still winning. I think if you can keep your core 11 together, I think that's for Sundays.
So at the minute, Highgate are at the top 6 games, 16 points, no losses. So they're the only team that haven't lost. VIP,
Highgate do this, man.
15 points, 1 loss.
Very good.
Which was, I guess, the one Sunday gone. Beacon, 7 games, 14 points. So decent. Dingle have played the most games with 8. They've got 12. Powers on 12. They've got a game in hand. Ballers on 11. Game in hand. Elite have only played 5 games.
Yeah, I think a couple of the last 2 weeks they've had them called off
for
whatever reason. But I got faith in them, and they get back to winning ways.
Okay. So if they win all 3 games, then that will take them up to 15 points. So right up there in second. Hampton are on 6 points. Galacticos are on 5. Coronation Star on 3. Linden Athletic on 1.
I think the league at this stage is misleading now because how you have played the last couple of games.
Yeah.
And you have played top tier teams in the league.
I think the Beacon game was a big statement as well because everyone was there.
100%.
So everyone's seen like
it was rained
the
off.
Levels.
Everybody was there.
You know what I'm saying?
I was stirring the pot myself. No, I'll give you credit where it's due. You had Beacon up that game. Beacon had chances to win it, and so did yourselves. But I think
Connor.
Like Connor, man. Leave Connor at least. Shout out Connor, man.
You man done bits, man. I'll give him his flowers, man.
I respect it, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Get that brown envelope out.
Right, so Faz, let's get your all-time Prem 11 manager and formation.
It's the door open because they're a bit dubious.
It's not. It's gonna be a Liverpool FC.
Yeah.
Nah, to be
Trent right back.
Yeah, Trent's in.
Yeah. No, I know.
I think Trent's a generational star, man. I'm probably biased in it, but there's not
probably.
There's not many right backs up there other than Kyle Walker. And man will say that Kyle Walker's not under.
Nah.
So
not for me.
So if I start from number 1, we ready?
Yeah. Well, manager first.
Oh, it's got to be Sir Alex, hasn't it?
Okay. Fair
I think
I respect
again,
that.
Wenger is
not Klopp now.
Nah, he hasn't been there long enough. And that's just Klopp's a genius. I love Klopp I think he's a genius, but I think.
How long's Klopp been in now? 6
years.
So
that's not
6 years, 1 Prem,
but
1 Champions League.
But if you look at where we were and what he had to declutter, and like, remember when we were
United was a mess before Sir Alex as well, you know.
Yeah, when we were celebrating 2-2 draws at West Brom, and people laughed at us and saying, "How come he's doing that in front of the crowd?" But yeah, he had to get the crowd to buy into what he wants to do. Where whatever Klopp does now, I agree with.
Mate, when you had that Warrior kit, listen. It was dark days.
Now, I've been there through the dire times at Liverpool where you had man like Jovanovic and what was his name, Spearing and and Downing as your main man, and Gerrard was carrying the whole city. And
One to Flanagan and them, man.
I think he was at Rangers at.
Yeah, he got Rangers.
Yeah, did he with Stevie G?
Yeah, but I think.
But then they got the other right back in it. Tavernier.
Okay. I think they had the saddest Liverpool player that's still out on loan. Is it Woodburn?
Yeah.
Some young boy.
What about that Croatian player you had?
Grujic.
Him and the other one, the winger, Markovic or something.
Markovic. Yeah.
Markovic.
The 20 million skank. they finally got sold.
Yeah, I've seen that recently.
Markovic come over as was it supposed to be the next Di Maria from Benfica.
Shocking. When we played him on Cup game, he had the red Mizuno beats.
Old school.
Yeah. Like, who did
the only ball I've ever seen wear Mizunos is Rivaldo.
Bad man.
Oh, come on.
The white thing.
Living legend, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry,
get back to the team.
gentlemen. Prem 11, so Sir Alex is the gaffer.
Yeah.
I think the goalkeeper has to be Peter Cech.
Fair play.
Good
shout.
I think nobody touched Peter Cech in that Chelsea team.
Before he had the helmet.
I think even with the helmet for about a season, 2 seasons, but before the helmet, you couldn't get past him. The man had the helmet.
After the helmet, Stephen hunted him.
I was at the Wigan youth.
Yeah,
that was foul.
haunted him.
That was foul. That was when that was criminal. Right back, Trent.
Fairs.
Centre half partnership for me.
Oh, it's partnerships now.
Oh, here we go. I've had to go. I was gonna say Van Dijk. Because I do, and the reason I say Van Dijk is because he's like, I class Van Dijk as Rio Ferdinand. They'd never get their kit dirty because they read the game so well. So for me, it was a touch between Terry and Van Dijk. Terry scraped it based on the fact that he's a legend. Man.
Yeah, fair play.
John Terry was another man that never really got his kit dirty, but
nah, he got his whole everything dirty.
But he did it on purpose though. Like
he loved the slide.
Yeah.
And then the left back, there's only one left back, man.
Yeah.
The greatest left back for me to probably ever grace the football pitch. Bar Maldini and has to be Ashley Cole.
Fairs. Were you going for the?
Sorry, my formation. Apologies. Is 4-3-1-2.
Okay.
And I'll explain the one in a minute.
No wingers.
I think I know who the one is, but I'm hoping I know who the one is.
There's only one player that can play in that position, but we'll get there. So in the midfield, you have to have Vieira.
Okay.
And Vieira was just, he could do everything. Kante has to be in there.
Okay.
Has to be. I think when Kante doesn't play is when you see how good the man is, and then obviously you have to have Gerrard in there. And
Okay.
So that's the Vieira, Kante, and Gerrard.
Yeah.
Then the player that plays the free role has to be King Henry.
What in the 10?
In the free role. Hear me out now, right then. Henry for me.
Is he alright?
Right, listen. Henry just on the left. Yeah. He's wasted. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm saying if you take Henry, play where you want to play, get the ball where you want to get the ball.
You just go on the left anyway.
In his prime, Henry's doing bits. So for me, Henry plays in that free role.
Second shout in the
10. Yeah. I thought he was gonna say Wayne Rooney.
Same.
Nah, so I give Waz a risk, but again, I think he retired. He left too early, man. He should still be in the Prem now, if you ask me.
But either way, he was there from 16.
Yeah, a long
for
time.
Not like he left when he was 21.
But
16 years.
if you're going to argue the toss, yeah, Henry or Rooney.
In a 10. It's not even a question.
It's a free roll, isn't it?
It's the same thing.
It's your team.
Whatever you want to say, it's the same
We're
thing.
going to use stats. I thought he was going to throw
I'm not talking about stats. Come on, man. What the stats all there?
But for me, it would have to be Henry in like the free role. So I think he's the one player where he doesn't. Henry in his prime, he didn't matter who was against, he's beaten.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like I said, it's your team. And
O2
but I'm interested to see who moved him from up top. So who's the top two?
Alan Shearer
and Aguero.
I knew it.
There's only 2 men that can play up the top.
On the stats.
Do you know what, then? Alan Shearer, I'm talking his all-round game, other than just being, I'm talking defending from the top.
Yeah.
And if you watch, I'm 37, and you're younger than me.
Yeah.
So
now I know back in the day, Shearer was a problem.
Blackburn Shearer.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
Chris Sutton.
Yeah,
even
at like Southampton, Shearer was
even that Shearer I don't put ahead of Thierry Henry or Wayne Rooney or Van Nistelrooy.
But I think Shearer's like how he scored goals he scored, and he scored with everything. Like he wasn't just like he was a bad boy, man.
He was.
For me, it was a shout between Shearer and Andy Cole, if I'm being honest. So I don't think Andy Cole gets his flowers.
I agree.
So, but for me, I think Aguero and Shearer have to go in.
I'm surprised as a Liverpool fan, Suarez and Torres ain't in there.
Do you know what? All right, then.
Or at least getting a mention.
Nah, do you know what? Suarez can't. That whole race.
Yeah, I hear it.
Do you know how hard that was at the time to try and back a genius footballer, but his races, it can't happen. Any form of race, I know you could be anybody not getting backed. Torres was. You can't class him as a Prem thing. He went to Chelsea and everything he done at Liverpool just.
So you say about Suarez and that you got JT at the back. Huh?
No, that says JT was a thingy between him and what's it called?
Yeah, but
Van
you
Dijk.
actually debated it.
Yeah, I know.
With Suarez.
So you know what? I'm going to bond that and go Van Dijk. I'll write that wrong straight away. Thank you for reminding me.
No
I
problem.
appreciate that.
It's here to help, man.
So
Fair
yeah,
play,
Peter
fair play.
Cech.
You also left out Scholes, but we'll move.
Scholes. You don't get ahead of Lampard for me, but anyway.
Oh, wow.
Scholes.
Why you have to spoil it, man? We was having a good day.
I'm just, Scholes don't get ahead of them three midfielders for me.
You reckon?
Again, gents. Who was yours? I don't think I've seen yours. Who's yours?
I can't even remember. But
Mine was in the
but I know
goal.
Scholes is in there.
Yeah. At the
Scholes
back,
is a luxury player, man.
Alex Fergie.
Has to be
You're old enough to know better, man. Come on, man. Come on.
In goal, I had Schmeichel. Right back,
Same.
I had Kyle Walker, Terry Ferdinand, Ashley Cole. I had... He was my CDM. I can't even remember. I think it was probably Kante or someone.
Yeah.
And then I had Scholes and Gerrard.
Okay.
I had... so I had two... Before we started doing Henry on the left, I had Henry on the left.
Okay.
If he was going to do that. And then I had...
You can't do that, man.
And then I had Wayne Rooney down the middle and Ronaldo on the right. But now I've had...
You think Ronaldo's a Prem legend?
Yeah, 100%.
Of course. You can't not be.
42
He won the
goals.
Ballon d'Or in the Prem.
But the how many seasons was he in the Prem for?
It was like 5, innit?
Yeah.
No, but I'd give again, it's opinions. So
Yeah.
You can't say he's not, though.
But again, I think
How can you say
he
he's
was
not?
talking about when you're saying about aliens, fingers, and that. I think Ronaldo probably falls just under for Prem legends. But again, it's opinions, isn't it?
But why, though?
I think
he done more in Spain than he done in the Prem.
Yeah, but
But
he was,
he was made in the Prem.
He reached that level in the Prem
But
and maintained that level at Real Madrid.
but did he at Man United though?
Of course.
I'm not going to say he's the same at Real Madrid than he was
what
at
I'm
Man
saying,
United.
how many seasons? Did
At
take
Real
him
Madrid, he
Man
became a
United?
better goal scorer.
How many years was? I'm just saying. I'm not even like saying I'm like being like devil's advocate now. How many years was he at Man United at the start? Was it 6, 5?
5, I think. Because he came, 04
And it
or
was-
5
it
and
was
left in
only
010.
And it was only the last 2
Something like that.
seasons he was actually doing numbers, and even though we say bonus stats.
No,
remember
it was-
before that, it was the first season he was a write off because he wasn't.
It's
it was more flicks and tricks.
when we had...
It's when I remember it was when I'm sure it was the third season he was there. He filled out, and I remember it was that season when he scored that wonder goal against Fulham, where it was like a semi-toe
It was when we had the V-neck
Portsmouth.
with the white A&G.
Yeah, and you had the
But even before he was scoring goals, though, he was becoming a problem. And it was like the last 2-3 seasons, he was just scoring.
No, again, we can agree to this. I think he probably potentially done more, and made his name in the.
He became who he is today in Spain.
Spain, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
definitely.
Yeah,
the
it became
women's
the
got a bigger shout.
CR7 brand in
Yeah.
But I'm
Spain.
saying, as a winger,
Yeah.
who else in the Prem has done what he done in the Prem? Nobody. But probably Mo Salah, closest.
But again, that's the reason why I wouldn't throw Salah or Ronaldo in there, because I think
Okay, I get ya.
I think Salah for me.
Salah can't get in there.
I'm saying Salah does for another 2 seasons. Salah's definitely a Prem great. He's already a Prem great now.
Yeah.
But it's about consistency, and I think Salah hasn't done it.
What level do you put Mo Salah
What
in
now?
terms of the alien?
World class.
Okay, so
he's
not elite.
No,
world class.
he's elite. I'd say Mo Salah's elite. If we're talking like
Now, to be fair to him, this is the best I've seen him play.
but he's
this
been
season.
This season, yeah, what he's doing now is unreal. But he has been doing bits like this for a while. Got the goals and things he could.
He's been scoring goals for a while, but
stuff
actual
he does,
stuff that he's doing now,
what skills and that.
like
He's been
not
doing
even
for a
just
while.
skills, just actual pieces of play that I'm like, I respect that.
Like
That's good
What
play.
he done the other day, the roll and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
That's what I
do that
mean.
before.
But like before, he was just shooting
Before
from everywhere and he was going
it's
in.
like Ronaldo had a season in Real Madrid,
Yeah.
where everything he shot was going in.
Yeah.
Don't matter. He could have been with his shin,
Shin,
his
arms,
elbow,
That's what I mean.
his header
going in,
is
yeah.
going in, and you think, yo, are these keepers really
That's what
getting
I'm
paid?
saying. Keepers are just diving out the wrong
And
way
I think
and that.
we know. I think we've all played football at a level where you know when you touch the pitch in it, you're the man in it. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes it's mind over matter in it. I think he just clicks when you
Right.
go. Everything slows down. Even though the game's 100 miles per hour, it slows down. You're like, it doesn't matter if your man's running at me. I know what I'm doing.
And I think as well as that,
think
he
he's
brings
at
like
that
a
level.
certain players bring a certain fear aspect in it.
Salah,
Yeah, of
Like
course.
you know, like Henri's got the vavavoom. Like yo, if you want, look how Henri used to do Carragher.
Oh, Drogba and Henry, Carragher's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Carragher used to hate them, man. There.
Bro, they've got like he put in the group.
I put it in the group. Remember
Carragher's
that whole YouTube clip?
Bro,
It's like,
they had highlights of man just dragging Carragher. I'm thinking, yo, Henry.
that's the one on the touchline when he gives it like a 40-yard head start, just jogs past him.
There's certain players that like
Steve Finnan as well, trying to chase him as well.
I was in my day. I was a quality. I was a wicked centre half for my age and my generation, but there was two, man. I couldn't get near.
Yeah,
and they used. I'm not gonna say their names. Nah, the Rowe brothers, man. Justin Rowe in his day was the man. I couldn't get near him. Like I was a good centre half, played at all district level and that. When them man they played against me, bro, I used to go into my shell. He couldn't get near him. I tried to tackle him. Like I think I'm going in for a hard one. He'll just move his body. I get a dead leg. There's certain players that you just can't touch. Yeah. And I think Salah at the moment is
yeah.
He's like Gareth Bale in that season.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my 11. I did have Giggs at one point, but I took him out because I remembered.
Giggs
when I think
for me.
When I think about it, I'm like,
you mean you put Giggs on forward watch?
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying, but I took him out before that.
So you put him in your team and then put him on forward watch?
Yeah, but remember when I first on my team, I was like the first episode, didn't it? Would you lot?
Was that based more off trophies? Like
and then I was like, when I thought about it, I was like, actually.
You know what? Next episode, I'm gonna do my one again.
I don't really rate Giggs like that. You get me? I don't really rate Giggs like that.
Change from like you said. I suppose it's like a seasonal thing, isn't it? Because it's. If you ask me this in like a month's time, would I throw Shearer in? I'd probably say Andy Cole.
And you know what? For me as well, like even though Giggs, I agree, Bond the stats to a certain extent because he's got the most. He's got the most assists. Yeah, but when I think about him, like you know what they do with Gaza with that one clip. They always play the clip against Arsenal. I'm thinking, yo.
But the thing is, though, they have other clips they could use with Gaza.
Gaza's is the Euro 96.
In fact, you're a few years older than us. Talk about Gaza. Yeah. Let us know what Gaza was really like.
I think Gaza's downfall was Gaza probably potentially had the ability, skills-wise, to be a great. Yeah, I think he spent his prime years in Scotland and Italy. He was, I won't say injury prone, but I don't know.
He didn't look after himself.
Yeah, and I think if he would have spent his time in the Premier League or whatever the league was at the time, he may have been rated more. Because when he come back to the Premier League, he was at Everton and he was in his last years. So it's like,
his stats don't do him no justice either.
And this is the thing.
I told you I got more career assists than him.
England's most creative player.
I think if you're running the stats, I think what Gaza brought to a team, like I said, I remember that Euro 96 though. That was one of my first, like after 94 World Cup, Euro 96. That was like the fan fever thing. Gaza and Shearer were the men in that time.
Yeah. I get it because people say like, you know, like Jack Grealish is now. Gaza was like the first of
that mold.
That
elk.
Yeah, that elk, sorry.
Yeah. So I get it. He was something new to that generation. A man that could probably skill up, man. But
and you know, and to be fair, when he was in Italy, Italy was the best league at the time. You know, you had the best defenses in the league at the time. You had you had what Nestor's, the Maldini,
Conte, and the Manda,
Alberto, Vialli, Ravanelli, Silver Fox.
You
had some players, but it's opinions, gentlemen. It's like Gaza will always go down as kind of like an enigma of what he could have been rather than what he actually was. And I think that's the
There's quite a few players like that, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
But he's like the top one though, isn't it?
Ravel Morrison being on that list too.
That's a whole new topic.
You know who I would put? I put on that list.
Time, man.
You know who I put on that list as well?
Who?
And people might not agree with me. Benzema.
What now? I think Benzema. So you know.
What do you mean by that?
I mean by like the potential that he was
at Lyon.
Yeah. When you first bust on the scene, 19 years old, this kid was
talking two blades.
Sensational, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm here for it. And then,
so you think like he should have been what, like alien level?
But I think no, bro. I think
or top end elite, like pushing.
But then if you look,
so like Lewandowski.
Yeah, but I respect it because now he's getting his flowers. Like people are actually.
But then I think, is that only because he was actually big enough to lessen his game for the likes of Ronaldo in the team? Because I think sometimes, like you said, we mentioned earlier about Firmino kind of taking
sacrificing for the team,
sacrifice himself for the greater good.
Yeah.
Benzema has always been a baller. His stats and his goal scoring may not have been alien like, but he's comparing it to Ronaldo.
You know, he never had a 30-goal season.
As in that, but I think
Bonus stats.
his assist and his goals are better leveled out, though, didn't they?
Yeah. What when Ronaldo, Bale, and him had that mad trio, and it was comparing him to MSN. He never, because remember we had a debate. I don't think he was in there, but we had like Suarez or Benzi.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I was there.
so personally, I'm going Benzi.
Yeah.
But then I was like, obviously, man made cases for Suarez, whatever.
Suarez is a genius.
Like footballing outside of, because both of them have done madness outside of football. But
100%.
yeah, when it came to like the football thing, you look at, all right, let me look at Wagwan for the goal scorer, because that's their job, innit? Benzi never had a 30-goal season.
Okay.
Like in the league, where Suarez, remember him and Neymar and Messi done
Oh, they've done beats, ain't it?
madnesses.
And even a season he was at Liverpool, he created some of the goals scored.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd put him in that list slightly. I wouldn't say he's the same level.
If you swapped Benzi for Suarez in that MSN, do you think he scores more goals? Do you think he hits 30 goals? Can I be honest? I think Messi's giving him at least 10 more
Yes,
goals.
due to how they play though.
That's a good shout.
Style of play is
You know what I
different,
mean?
innit?
That's what I'm saying. So playing with Ronaldo, you got automatically you're gonna score less
Yeah.
because you have to pass it to him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you have to pass it
You
to him,
have
but
to pass
he's the
it to him
main
or
man,
you're not
innit? Like
playing.
everyone else
If
is
you don't
passing
pass to him, you are not playing.
Well,
Everyone else passes to him as well though.
I suppose even in his current Man United team now, even like Bruno Fernandes had to sacrifice his game for Ronnie.
Yeah, well, Bruno said the other. What did he say? He said, "People call me Penandas or whatever." So now that I'm doing more creating and assisting, people saying I'm not scoring. So it's like it's a double-bladed sword, isn't it? But for my thing, it's not whether he's contributing. Big man, I just want you to keep possession.
And I think that
You know what I'm saying? I just want you to keep possession.
I just
bro.
want you to be good at football.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want you to keep possession, bro. Like I just want you to do 5 passes and then just keep the ball.
And this when I say you have to have effective players in your team. That's why we have systems, innit?
I agree.
You have
There's
to
no
have
system
ability.
at
So like you
United.
said, go back to Henderson.
I say Henderson for me is perfect for Liverpool.
I agree.
What he does at Liverpool. And remember, Henderson sacrifices his own game as well.
But that's also why I can't believe you got rid of Genie, because he was also perfect.
But do you know what Gini is though?
Perfect.
No.
Perfect for Liverpool.
No. In the system we were doing a couple of years ago, yes, but the thing with Gini is he held onto the ball too long.
No. You know who holds on? Thiago.
No,
He don't suit Liverpool at all.
But for
But
me-
you brought in him and got rid of Genie.
Alright, Tyler, I'm going to say it now, and I'll take the flack for it in the comments or whatnot. You see Curtis Jones
Yeah,
in the next couple of
I
years.
like him.
Better.
I can't lie.
better than Thiago.
Now, Thiago, if you know he's about Thiago, is Thiago's class, innit? But I think they're two different players. Curtis Jones, for me, will potentially be one of the best two-footed players in the Premier League. How Adam Lallana was. Because Adam Lallana, for me, was one of the best two-footed
Streets never
players in the
forget
Premier
Adam Lallana.
League. Other than injuries. But I think Curtis Jones, how he's like Trent's coming to the Liverpool team and obviously taken it by storm, innit? Whereas Curtis Jones has been kind of bleeding a little bit. But when he does play, he doesn't look out of place. I think for the Liverpool
Like I
team,
said, I'm a fan of Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
good player.
Just not, the wish VVD you got there though is
Allow him, man.
he's getting loud. Yeah, don't play Donny. The
He's
centre
the
back.
centre back, man.
What's his
With the
name?
little ponytail thing. his name?
For Liverpool. Remember when VVD and all that was out? You played him and you got Rashford had an absolute.
But the
field
fair,
day.
his debut we did alright, and the next game we got
the,
ripped, and that was it.
mixed race
Yeah.
Reese.
Yeah, is it Reese?
Something like that. Reese something, innit?
Reese. Is it Philip? No, what's his name?
I don't know that.
Oh,
Donny.
come on, I know the you, man.
Wish VVD, I call
It's
him.
like Baby Van Dijk.
Yeah. Wish VVD, man.
But you know, but again, I have to give the man their flowers because it was him and Kabak and what's his name, man, Mr. Header Brick that got us into the Champions League. When VVD and Gomez and them man were out,
That's what I'm
they
saying.
hold the fort and it's so.
Are you saying,
man.
as a Liverpool fan, I mean, you might be biased, but
Yeah.
you think Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the world?
He's prone to a mistake.
Against Man City, it was
So that's no
badly,
then.
and even
That's
the
a
game
no.
against West Ham, I think shot stopping.
yeah.
It was like De Gea, hands down, it's one of the best shot stoppers out there. But I think it's hard. I think as a whole rounded keeper.
Plus Edison, 2 Golden Gloves back to back.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to pitch a case.
yeah. But I think the best goalkeeper. at
What's the
minute-
Golden Glove though? What is it?
Most clean sheets.
Most clean sheets. But then you have to look at the defence and that's
Exactly.
but if I'm talking about a goalkeeper that's under the cosh quite a lot and saving and doing things that Mendy for Chelsea at the minute. Mendy, I've got to give you credit where it's due because he's been pulling out.
Shout out
some
to the black
stuff.
keepers out there.
And he was
I'm
in
getting no
Ramsdale.
flowers.
Like I was never
Arsenal.
really. Yeah, but again, like he's.
Apparently he's been playing well. I haven't watched any Arsenal games, so I don't know.
I think it's, but again,
Bon
it's
Arsenal.
down to opinions and it's about consistency because he could be good and get a player of the week or team of the month
You know who's gone ghost as well? Henderson.
for Man U.
I told you it was a fraud.
He should have stayed at where was he on loan?
Chef.
So they wouldn't have got relegated if they would have kept him, innit?
Why?
But again, I think it's a mad thing is I feel not because it's like for me, I'd want to play football, innit? And I even in my own self, I've played at teams where I could have played at a higher level, but would have got less minutes. But I've played for my team and been like the guy.
Yeah.
I want to play, and I think I don't know what motivates people now. Like the likes of Dele Alli, I'm leaving Tottenham. And Lingard, I'm staying at West Ham.
Yeah.
If you're Dele Alli, where you going though? Because no one want you.
If I've been honest, I think him and like the outcome of him and Lingard are West Ham players.
Yeah,
Do
they
you know what I
could
mean?
do
Like
them as
that
a
type of.
But you know what? They had the Dele Alli 2017 when he scored that Mazza goal against Crystal Palace.
On
And
a flick up and
100 million valuation. Now he's worth 25.
Well, look at Harry Kane. Start of the year was 100 mil. How much you pay for Harry Kane now? Wish
£100.
Yeah, man. And I think there's only a certain amount of players that will hold their value. That are like they're like BMWs and Golfs and they don't drop their value. Where some man are like Hyundais and.